Today I want to talk about transcending. Give me 1 second. Let him rock. Today I want to talk about transcending jealousy, because I feel as though that this is something that I have a pretty good grasp on. Where I used to be someone who was extremely jealous, who was extremely envious of people, or even in relationships. I would be so threatened or insecure by my girl talking to another guy, or somebody taking my position, and when I say position, I mean position in her life. And then also, just when it came to success, somebody reaching a certain level of stature, of fame or fortune that I desire to be, and I would be jealous or envious of it. And the thing that I realized when it came to jealousy as a whole in the realm of, let's start with success, or really, I guess it could carry over in either scenario, is that when you become jealous, or when you're jealous of someone else's success, or you're jealous of somebody taking your spot in a relationship, or whatever the case may be, it's mainly because you don't recognize the power that's within you. You're placing your sense of security in something that is not even real. What do I mean by that? So, prime example, you think that you'll find security in being the most successful or the most famous person around, but there's always going to be somebody more famous than you. You think that you're going to find security by your girl never talking to another guy, but that's not realistic, you know? And when I started to ask myself the tough questions, where I'm just looking at my life and wondering, why am I actually jealous? What am I actually scared of losing? I never really have an answer. Like, for instance, okay, my girlfriend talks to another guy and she cheats on me. Sure, I lose the relationship, but do I want to be in a relationship with somebody who's a cheater in the first place? Or somebody reaches a level of success that I attain, or that I desire to attain. Does that mean that I can't be successful? Does that mean that there's not room? Excuse me, Kane. This man got the zoomies right now. Enough. Does that mean that I will never be successful? Does that mean that the success that this person gets that I cannot reach? That's not true. And I think that that's something that I started to ask myself, and I started to develop a stronger sense of self, a better relationship with myself, because I no longer look at people who are ahead of me or have the love that I desire, and I feel low, or I feel negatively about it, or anything like that. If anything, I feel overjoyed and empowered now, because I'm saying like, oh, this is what's possible. This is what's possible when you actually believe in yourself. This is what's possible when you actually love someone fully. You're able to just multiply whatever it is that you feel intrinsically. Because the thing that we fail to realize, and I've touched on this in other videos, is that the world is nothing but a mirror. So if you're seeing something in your life that you dislike, it's mainly because there's something intrinsically that you aren't really coming to terms with. And for me, a very long time, jealousy was that thing, because I wasn't trying to find security within myself. I was trying to find security within the world. I was trying to find security in something that doesn't even exist. Literally. It doesn't matter how successful you get. It doesn't matter how many guys you run away or shy away from your girl. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you don't have that type of control. You don't have the control of preventing someone from reaching somewhere, or preventing from someone from talking to somebody. And I know that I'm only using these two examples. I'm sure that there are many others, but I'm only speaking from personal experience, because I used to be that guy. I used to be that guy who would be like, but I mean, yeah, that BMW is cool, but no, it's not. I've seen better. Or I would just feel like a negative sensation when a guy would come up and talk to me and my girl, because I'm thinking like, oh, they're trying to get at her. It's like, bro, you're just trying to have a conversation. So I think the number one way to really transcend that and really look at your life and overcome jealousy I think, is having humility and understanding that, you know, just because you feel jealous doesn't mean you have to act on it. More times than not, when I get jealous about something, I take it as a sign from God that there is something there that I have to connect with within myself. So, for instance, if I were to see somebody, and I've worked through this so much, but in the beginning, in the early stages of me overcoming jealousy, if I were to see somebody who just hit 100,000 subscribers, or they got 10,000 TikTok followers, instead of me saying, damn, like that, like they got it and I didn't get it, I look at it like, damn, this is God showing me that the frequency of success is near, because I'm seeing it. I'm literally seeing it. So it only makes sense that it's going to come to me next, you know? Or in a relationship, instead of me looking at my girl talking to a guy and feeling like, damn, I hope she doesn't find him attractive, or damn, I hope he doesn't try to steal my girl, I reinforce the aspect of, man, I love the fact that I chose somebody who I don't have to worry about cheating on me, or I'm so happy about the relationship that I have with this girl, or reinforcing that regardless to what happens, if she were to cheat on me or whatever the case may be, I will still be okay. When you start to place your sense of security within yourself, it's so much easier for you to live a sovereign life. That's the word of the day. That was the word that me and ChatGPT kind of worked on today. Sovereignty. Having full control over yourself, over your emotions, and really mastering the self. I think that that's something that I'm truly grateful for when it comes to just overcoming jealousy, because I think that that's something that plagues society. There aren't too many people that are happy for one another. And I know from personal experience that I wasn't happy when I saw like my friends, you know, achieving something. I wouldn't even be happy if my girl achieved something, because I'm just like, damn, she gonna become successful. She gonna find another dude who's just as successful, and then where does that leave me? Isn't that crazy? You go down that rabbit hole. The same way you could give that same energy to the worst possible case scenario, you could give it to the positive way. We literally dictate everything in our realities. And I've said this in previous videos, but overcoming anything starts with acknowledging it. You have to acknowledge that, no, yeah, I am jealous. And I think that was also something that was preventing me from transcending jealousy. I was in denial. I was in denial about where I was at. I was in denial about the fact that I feel some type of way, because I know I shouldn't feel this type of way. But the fact of the matter is that I do. And until that I accept that I do feel this type of way, it's going to keep on living within my life. So acknowledging is the first step. They say that about addiction too. We're addicted to frequencies that no longer serve us. And the only way to overcome the addiction is to acknowledge it. Acknowledge, like, damn, I am jealous, but why though? Why am I so bothered that this person just got 1 million subscribers? Why am I so bothered that this person just got this new job opportunity? Do I genuinely believe that there isn't enough room for all of us to win? Do I genuinely believe that? And more times than not, you don't. I know I didn't. So start to reshape and transcend or transform the thoughts or story that you're telling yourself, so that you're no longer being controlled by jealousy. Because anything that's in our life that doesn't serve us is meant to control us. And when it comes to jealousy, it was controlling the hell out of me. It was making me feel inadequate. It was making me feel low. It was making me question, you know, what am I even doing with my life? So many different things. But the minute that I had to really ask myself, do I genuinely believe the things that I'm telling myself? Literally just peeling the onion back, peeling the orange back, whatever fruit or vegetable you want to choose. Just peeling the layers back and asking myself, bro, I don't believe this. So how can I transcend it? I think from that point on, your life is just going to start to get better. So as we approach the 10-minute mark, the number one thing I want you to take away from this video is that you being jealous is placing your power outside of yourself. And the minute that you stop looking outward and you start to look within and ask yourself, how do I transcend this, or why am I jealous? That's when you really start to live a life in abundance, and you can have sovereignty and really move through the world with an unwavering sense of confidence that everything is still working in my favor. There is enough success for all of us to go around. There's enough love for us to go around. And even if I get with somebody who does me wrong or cheats on me or whatever the case may be, I will still be okay. So there's nothing to stress about. And I think that's the best way to live your life stress-free, and just continue to be peaceful about what it is that you want or desire. Okay? I liked that video. I think that was a good video. If you made this far in the video, thank you all so much. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. My name is Trent Bishop. I'll see y'all tomorrow.